All right. What happened to my autofocus? There it is. Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Feels good to be Friday, man. Need a nice weekend. Yeah, maybe a little fade would be nice into that, Dakota. I agree. How much was the intro? Actually, a member of the community, Amped. Shout out Amped. Follow him on Twitter. Follow him on X. Appreciate you, Amped. I'm not sure if you're here yet. Morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 6,100, guys. What did we talk about? Oh, Steven. He's back with the gifted. Appreciate that, Steven. I don't know if it's Steven or Stefan. Probably Stefan. I'm going to call you Steezy. Steezy back with the gifted. Appreciate that, Steezy. 20 gifted's a lot of money, guys. That's, I think that's about $100. 20 gifted. Hopefully, Steezy doing well, man. Hopefully, getting the valuable information. Morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's freezing in Orlando? How cold is it? Why gifted and not me? What's the temp up there? What's the temp outside today? I haven't been outside yet today. Damn. Is it 50 degrees out? Actually, I was outside. I had to take my trash to this. Had to take the trash out this morning. Yeah, it's 50 degrees out. Holy shit. What's it in Orlando? Orlando, 40. Nice. A little cold this morning, huh? A little cold this morning. SEC agreed to dismiss Coinbase lawsuit. Is Coinbase moving off that? Yeah, sure is. Sure is. Not much. Maybe we'll take a look. Go Knights. That's right. Go Knights, baby. UCF Knights. Yeah, I'd like to do another day in the life video, Rachel. I just don't really do much with my days, so pretty hard to make one. Hey, here I am at my desk, and then here I am at my couch, and here I am making lunch, and then here I am back at my desk, and here I am going to sleep. I need to do more. Morning, everyone. Welcome back. Yeah, I watched the... Oh, shit. I fell asleep for the hockey game. Who won? I just realized that. I fell asleep, like, in the third period. Or overtime. Damn, Canada won in overtime? McDavid scored? Oh, my God. I need to watch this real quick. Sorry, I'm watching this. Damn, dude. McDavid, huh? I mean, guy's fantastic. I just forgot I fell asleep. I was watching it. Then I knocked out. That sucks. Here it is. Sorry, I'm watching this. Oh, mother. Of course it's McDavid. All right, let's get started. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Here we go. So, some economic data to start us off. Here we go. All right. Friday. Manufacturing PMI, services PMI, 945. Let's wait first 15. I think that's the right call today. Wait the first 15 for that to get out. Wait. Alexa, stop. I'm going to have to shut that thing down. What did I say? What did I say? I'm going to have to shut that thing down. All right. Let me not say what I just said. Friday, manufacturing PMI, services PMI, 945. Let's wait for the first 15 today. Let's not trade in the first 15. Let's let that data come out. 10 o'clock, home sales, consumer sentiment, inflation expectations, 10 o'clock. And yeah, that's about it. So 9:45, 10 o'clock, great data. Great day to sit back and relax for 30 minutes today and just let things sort of bake. Let the first, 30 minutes of data come out, and that's about it. All right. Earnings yesterday. Damn, Coinbase is ripping right now. Earnings yesterday, we had Rivian. We had how did XYZ? How did Block do? Ooh, down. Down goes Block. Okay, down goes Block. How'd Rivian do? About flat. Mercado Libre. Mercado Libre, big move. Huge move. Huge breakout there. How'd Texas Roadhouse do? TXRH. Flat. Nothing. And then, how'd Dropbox do? What's Dropbox's DBX? Down. The big one seems to be Celsius and Melly and Bookings.com. Bookings.com, BKNG also up pretty big. All sort of pulled back in, but all right. That's that. I'm not really too interested in those. Maybe I'll take a look at Celsius for you guys because this one's sort of interesting. They did buy a competitor as well, which is interesting. So I'll get a look at Celsius for you today. Maybe Celsius and Melly. All right. Let's jump in. Well, actually, you know what? Let's start with... Actually, no, we'll start Nasdaq. All right? So, Nasdaq. Big drop off them open yesterday, pretty much vertically to the downside. I really don't know why that occurred. I'm going to be honest. I don't think this was a little bizarre. I don't think I didn't see any kind of headlines that would create this. So it sort of feels just like a... Does anyone have a reasonable explanation for this? Just straight down off the open? I mean, definitely some heavy rejection points up here, but I think it was sort of sort of explained through technicals, right? I think it was sort of explained through our technicals, like we talked about on the ES, just a lack of buying up here, and eventually the floor would have to drop. That was exactly what we talked about yesterday, and that's really what we did. So the fact that it got bought up the way it did makes me think that this is really not anything that really was important. Just sort of a lack of liquidity up here, in my opinion. I mean, we can make the case for about anything, right? We could say Trump tweet, Walmart, this, that. I don't know. I mean, I guess, what I'm really trying to say is here, I don't think it's really meaningful at all. I don't think it's meaningful at all, right? We could say Walmart, it went down because of Walmart. Well, it's right back up. So it's totally meaningless to me. So that's a meaningless move. There's really nothing to take away from that. You can see we dropped right into our 21,965, exactly our 21,965, and got instantly bid back up, right? dropped right into our demand, 21,965, and instantly bid back up. This has been that zone we've had on our charts for quite some time, and what a pullback and what a long right at that demand. Now, we can see intraday, there was some key things that went on, right? So on the intraday, let me go to the 5-minute chart. We started to get that rejection of our golden zone, right? And this was the key that we were watching in the group yesterday. We were watching how the Nasdaq was turning our golden zone, our previous golden zone, into rejections on the intraday. So this was a concern, right? We can see we dropped down, hit our demand held, but when we pushed back higher, right? Golden zone rejection, 22-1 rejection, 22-1 rejection. But guess what? Right? Look at later day. Nasdaq was able to later day pop above 22-1, turn it back into a hold level, and from there, we've just sort of been riding out. Right? And look at this in the pre-market right here. See this? 22-1. Look how 22-1 has now re-solidified itself as our golden zone. So if we would have closed yesterday below this golden area, right, this would have been a very big concern for some kind of a lower high and a failure maybe lower. However, the market was able to recover that full move, get back above our golden zone on the Nasdaq, and I mean, that just sort of, in my opinion, just sort of throws away any type of fear of that downside coming in again. Maybe we get another flash lower up at these supply highs, but the fact that we were able to reclaim this level was extremely important. If we would have closed below that level, that would have definitely left the door open for some type of a lower high and some more downside on the market. But we were able to reclaim that, and I think that is very, very important. So that's the first takeaway. We're back above the golden zone. I would not be that aggressive on the short side since we reclaimed that level. You can see right here, we also reclaimed our 22-150 level, which is holding here, right? Very strong. So 22-1, 22-150, very strong holds here later day on the Nasdaq futures, and we are right back into the range. A beautiful opportunity back at these lows, even a beautiful opportunity over 22-1 towards end of day. Now today, guess what? We are right back into where we got heavily rejected to start the day yesterday. 22,220, we are right there once again. So 22,220 is our level to watch this morning. Can we get above it, or do we reject it again? If we reject it again, we're coming back down into 150. We're coming back down into 100, right? Right here, right here. Pullback, maybe long. Pullback, maybe long. 22,150, 22,100. 22. This is really the zone, 22,050. And then down here, 21,965. So levels were great yesterday. I would say today, if you can get over that 22,220, you can probably start to try to navigate up towards these supply highs again. You can see rejections, 270 to 300. That 30-point range up here is possibly somewhere we navigate to if we see some more strength intraday. And then this will probably be somewhere we just sort of fade or close below to end the day. All right. I'd be shocked to see the market get above that level, but maybe, right? Who knows? Maybe Friday is the day we break this little consolidation. To me, this is looking sort of like a flagging pattern, right? Picking up more liquidity yesterday could be a very strong reason for more upside, for sure, right? This big drop, picking up those buyers down here could definitely be the reason we get more upside. And when we go to the S&P 500, it's pretty much verbatim what we talked about yesterday on the live stream. So today, 22,220 to 22,200, that's my first area of potential rejection. You can see it rejected here yesterday. Downside demand, I would say, could come in around this 150, right here where it's holding in the pre-market. And below that, I would look for that golden zone to hold once again if we do get a deeper pullback today back into this golden zone down here. Okay? The levels are all the same this entire week. Nothing has changed. I've adjusted a few things here and there just to make it more, lining up with what price action did, but levels have not changed the entire week. So we can see here on the QQQ, once we were able to reclaim that 534 intraday, you saw us just rip back higher. 534, we dropped, we reclaimed it, we held it, and we ripped to end the day right off that 534 zone that we've had on our charts. You can see our previous lows at 537, 537, 537, 537. We got above that and reclaimed that level. This is the most important reclaim of the morning. All right, if we go to the 15-minute chart, look how important the reclaim. Whoops. It looks like it's a little bit lower than 537 on the dot, but we can see anywhere between 537 and around this 536.50. Look how important this reclaim has been. All right, look at this 536.50 to 537 zone. Previous lows, previous lows, previous lows. Look at the reclaim above that in the pre-market. Here, here, here. Reclaim that level, reclaim these lows, reclaim these lows, and look at the Nasdaq off that after we reclaimed that level, right? Very nice. QQQ holding back over 537, 536.50. That is a very key level. Any pullback into that level would be something you look for along today. Under 536.50, you might start to see us navigate back down towards that 534. I think that's very possible. And right now, the QQQ just sort of blasted right over this 539 level. So that is huge. If we hold above 539 today, I would say you're looking at 540s, 541, 540.50 right up here. Definitely possible if you hold above this yesterday high. All right, so it looks like yesterday's highs is going to be a very key spot here to start the day. Do we hold above yesterday's smackdown? If we hold above that, I would assume you're going higher. If you fail back below it, then you sort of look right back down into this low. All right. Okay. This could not have been better. This could not have been better. This is absolutely fantastic. This is exactly what we talked about. And I mean, the ES literally just perfectly did what we said. We said there's been a lack of buying pressure up here, a lack of ability to move higher. Our 6160, 6158 zone just keeps smacking us down. And the more that we just sit up here and float under supply, the more likelihood it's going to be that we have to drop to the downside and pick up new buyers. We talked about the 6100 and the daily 20 SMA being the spot that you would target, and that is exactly what we did. I mean, that could not have been a sexier move yesterday. Straight down, right into our daily 20. Daily 20 holds strong, right? Late shorts get squeezed. Huge demand lows. 6100. Bam, bam, and we're right back up. That was perfection yesterday. Awesome. Congratulations. I know a lot of you guys in the group that, have been paying attention to the analysis, nailed this. The 6100 zone, the 20 SMA down here, just holding this thing up. Perfect pullback. Nice longs, right? And just a beautiful opportunity. So that was sick. That was awesome. I'm so happy to see that actually play out. That is it's just crazy to see how clean that was. 6120 was a very key reclaim into end of day. We can see here the 6120 end of day reclaim. I actually long the SPX right here end of day. You can see this break and retest of 6120 yesterday. This was a sick trade. Sick trade. I'll actually go ahead and, you know what? I'll go ahead and pull this up on TradeZella. Show you guys that trade on SPX yesterday. So that was sort of my end-of-day SPX action, was that 6120 retest. I think that was this one right here. Yeah. So right here. Can I zoom in? So this was at 241, 242 were my entries. 241, 242 p.m. right here. Selling into this pop. 241, 242. That is right here. It's right there. So why did I long the SPX there? Well, you guys know we had 6120. 6120 has been probably our most important level all week. We got a break above that end of day. We retested it, held it, and I just went long right there. And that was also a break and retest of 6100 on the SPX. You can see right here, the very key 6100 level on the SPX. Right here. Bam, bam, bam. That was really clean. I believe that was that also at a key SPY level? Not sure if it was. Yes, it was. It was at that 608.50 right in here. So that was sick. That was a really cool end-of-day move. That was something I really nailed there to end the day yesterday. That was 6120. Good reclaim there. We also reclaimed the 6130 spot. Right, you can see, take a look at this. So yesterday, look at how this flipped. See this rejection, right? And see this rejection? So you had rejections, rejections at the 61.28, 61.30 zone. That 61.28, 61.30 turns into end of day holds, turns into pre-market holds, right? Look at how this level now turns into a hold. So this goes from an intraday rejection to a later day hold. I mean, that's just perfect, right? That's perfect reclaim and flip back above action, right? That's really good to watch. This is exactly where you should be watching today. This 28 to 30 zone, can we stay above it, right? If we pull back to it, is there a long? That's definitely something to watch. If we drop below it, we'll trade back to that 61.20. We drop below that, we'll probably have another date with the daily 20 down below. Now to the upside, it looks to me right around these highs here, right? Which is where we can get a little bit heavy today, right? See this over here? These highs here, these lows. I would say the 47 to 50 is where I'd pop this zone actually. 47 to 50 is probably going to be a little bit difficult, right? These highs at 47 and then sort of these 50 level, this sort of psych 50 level. I'd say 47 to 50 is where you should start sort of decreasing some size, right? 61.47, 61.50. If you are long, I would be very careful into that today. That's probably about the extent you get realistically. And then I would assume this is your channel of the day. 61.50 to 61.28. That's probably your trading range for today. If you get over 50, maybe you reach into the 60s, right? If you get under 28, you'll probably reach down into the 20s. But I would assume this is your trading range. 29, 30 to around 50, and you have a little bit of fun in between that, and then you go get out of here for the weekend. That's my assumption. SPY, previous all-time high, 611. Once again, here we go. We're right back at it. We can see right here, right back at the 611 spot, which has been a very difficult spot. So please be careful of rejections at 611 today. The reclaim over 609.50 was a thing of beauty yesterday. Take a look at this. All right, look at this 609.50. You have the previous day lows. You have these major lows. And then look at the end of day reclaim. Look at 609.50 yesterday on the SPY. Morning rejection. Rejection. Look at that reclaim. 609.50 is absolutely your level to watch today. 609.50, 609.50. So if you get a pullback off this 611 today, right here, all right, if you see the rejection at 611, you're watching the 609.50 pullback for a potential long. Break under that, you're going back to that Tuesday low, 608.50. And if you break under that, you're going back to the 607. 20 SMA catching up on SPY, which is good. That's definitely somewhere you'd want to see catch up, right? We didn't quite get back to that 20 SMA. We didn't get fully back to that daily 20 SMA at 605, right? We got slightly back to that right here, 20 SMA, previous highs. Here's your lows, right? We might still need that, right? We might still need that. So just make sure you're aware of that. That daily 20 on SPY didn't get tested. The ES did around that 6100. SPY, not quite, right? Still needs a little bit of downside. That 607 held very strong. That right here, that 607, this high, these highs area. Very nice hold yesterday. Do we have to get back to it? We shall see. But for now, very clear, 611, 612.30. Under 611, 609.50, 608.50, 607. Very nice. IWM, oh shit. Yeah, this is because of Coinbase. This is probably because of Coinbase right here. IWM, what a hold at 223. We've had this level on our charts, 223, 225. We dropped under 225, went straight to 223, 223 holds. If we hold above 225 today, we're probably going to just sort of trade back in this channel, guys. We're right back in the channel. What did Dow do yesterday? Damn, Dow's weak right now. Holy shit. Oh, because of UNH. Right. Wow. Look at this fail. So, 44,750, 44,400, retest rejection, 44,400, and we went right back into our 44,000. What a beautiful level again on the Dow. 44K Dow. You got the 50 and 100 SMA right here. Very big level for the Dow today. Rejections at 44.4 now, and those rejections at 44.750. What a beautiful structure. Beautiful structure on the Dow. I would say 44,000's got to hold. You break that, you're coming down to 43,700. Okay? All right. That's about it for the futures. We're grooving. We're going quick because nothing has changed. All the levels are the exact same. So, let's just move through the stocks. Let's get out of here a little bit early. Press that like button. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 100K. What are we at? Let's see. Hold on. 98,732. We need 1,268 people. 1,268. 1,268. That's half of the amount of people that come here on a daily basis. Who's not subscribed? All right. Tesla. So, Tesla's been in our exact range for a very long time. Pretty much all week, we've just been sort of navigating within our channel, and that's about it, man. I don't really have much for you. I really don't have much to say. You look for longs down here. You look for rejections up here, and until it breaks, you just continue to do the same thing. So, if you break over 365, maybe you get more upside towards that daily 20. If you break under 346, then maybe maybe a little bit of downside towards that 100 SMA. I don't really love the short here down into the daily 100 SMA. That doesn't feel like a really good opportunity to me. But I would say if you get over 365, that's definitely an opportunity to look for upside continuation. And I would continue to look to sort of expose yourself long down at 346, 350. However, you would have to expose yourself into a very sideways market on Tesla, very sideways channel. That's, you got to decide if that's what you want. Okay? Nvidia. Man, I think Nvidia is on the verge of a monster breakout. I know I say that a lot, but this is a very interesting daily chart. It's a very interesting chart all around. Take a look at this on Nvidia. Look at these. Look at the last three candles on Nvidia on the daily chart. I think this is building a little bit of a flag right here. This is very interesting to me. You have a flag here, right? You have a push, flag, breakout, flag, I think breakout. All right, this looks identical. You have a push, flag, breakout. You have the same exact thing right here. This is a very interesting Nvidia setup. Look at that last daily candle with the bullish wick right above, right? Sort of pushing straight back to the upside. I would be watching this today for sure. If I look at this hourly chart, I'll show you where it's sort of wicking off of and where it's holding. It's a very key spot. All right, take a look at this chart on the hourly, guys. You have these previous highs right here at 136.50. You have the 100 SMA right here at 136.50. This is a very interesting retest spot. Anywhere between 136.50 and 135, you can see is these previous highs right here. It's these lows right here. It's this previous channel right here between 36.50 and 35. You squeezed above it. You've been consolidating back lower. Every drop lower is getting instantly bid back higher. Every time you get a drop to the downside towards this demand low, you're seeing those buyers stepping up. And I would say it's only a matter of time that this thing just squeezes through. Obviously, earnings are next week, so maybe it waits for that. Or maybe this is the run-up into earnings, right? Very possible. Either way, I am still long Nvidia. I will stay long Nvidia, and I will likely stay long Nvidia through earnings. Looks great. I would continue to maintain Nvidia. I would continue to maintain this position. There's absolutely nothing here that says to sell it. Just looks fantastic. So let's see. What you need is a move over 142. That's for sure. You definitely need a move over 142. Without that, it's pretty much nothing, right? It's pretty much just a sideways consolidation. That's for sure. Right? You still need the breakthrough 142. So everything is pretty pointless until that happens. It looks like it wants to do it, but it's not really doing it until it gets above that 142 level. Okay, so keep an eye on it. If Nvidia does squeeze today over 142, I would definitely be watching to see if there's something there. I would be careful of rejections here as well, right? Be careful of a rejection at 142 as well. That's very possible. And overall, I would just take a quick second and zoom out. That's my recommendation. Take a second and zoom out is what I would do, right? If you take a second and zoom out here, this looks like a very similar chart right here and right here. So these are pushes, flags, breakout, flag. I mean, this looks pretty good. So keep an eye on it. Looks great. Daily 100 SMA is holding price action higher, right? Pretty much similar right here. High, break, retest, break, retest. It's a very clean structure. So keep an eye on that one. Looks good. Looks pretty damn good. AMD, sort of a similar flag. I'm not going to lie. AMD sort of doing the same thing as Nvidia, except AMD is just a total disaster stock. 113 is still a fantastic hold. I know the intraday action on AMD is really ugly, but I will say that when you zoom out on AMD, it's pretty nice, man. I'm gonna say it actually is a really good hold here. 113. Look at that low. Look at that low. Those lows are definitely coming in around 113. I do believe it is only a matter of time until this finally finds some backbone. 113 is definitely a big spot. I would say if it gets above 115 and holds above that, you can actually start to see this go. I would watch this. Like, this is definitely a sneaky one. Over 115 is where it can really go. And, I mean, that 113 hold is no joke. I don't think you discount that too much, right? Don't look past that too much. I would at least be paying attention to it. However, when AMD does this on the intraday, it just totally turns me off, right? I just hate that. That's just disgusting. So I need to see AMD, like, I think what you do here is you let it, like, really extend. You, like, let it go, right? Let it fly free. You need to see it hold above 115 at the end of a day, right? It's gotten above 115, but it's never closed above it. So look for a close above 115, in my opinion. Broadcom could be a fantastic long here. I would be watching this. This is a huge spot for Broadcom, 224. This is a big zone that's, been a very influential long spot. 224, 224, 224, 224, 224. You're here again. You're at the daily 50 SMA. I would keep an eye on what Broadcom does here over the next few days. This is definitely an interesting zone down here. 224, daily 50. Keep an eye on that. TSM, same exact concepts off the 100 SMA, right? Take a look at this. TSM, daily 100 SMA. Look at this floor that's been set here for a very long time, around 197.50. 197.50 right here, right here, right here, right here. And guess what? Here you are again. So that could be something to watch. 197.50 right there. Could be something to keep eyes on, right? Right off the daily 100 on TSM. MRVL. 108 again, right? Same level we've been sort of watching. I don't really like MRVL now that it's rejected this 113 level. It's a really ugly rejection up there and pretty hard to trade into, right? See this? That's just really hard to trade into, right? 113, 113. The Dow's down because of UNH. 113, right? That's a little bit tough on MRVL. I don't know if I'd be too interested in that. You probably will get some kind of a spike here at some point off one of these demand lows around 108 or around this 105. These are some major lows. But, man, is it tough to long into the 20, long into the 50 here, right? So watch 110, watch 113. It's all right. MU sort of interesting off that 102, right? You guys can see right here, MU 102. Interesting pullback. Remember we talked about looking for an MU pullback off that 108, 200 SMA. That's perfectly happened, right? Look for that 102 to 100 zone. It's really all between here, right? It's between right here. That's the zone you're looking for longs to set up. 102 to 100 on a little pullback long opportunity. Right at the daily 100 as well. That's something you should watch. ARM sort of lost my interest, to be honest. I really don't know if I like what ARM's doing anymore. I did want to see it hold that 155. Right here, 155, 155. Really sort of ugly break there. Guys. When did this chat become an absolute disaster of spamming tickers. Stop. Just stop. It's not going to work. I'm going through the exact same thing I do every day. I'm closing the chat. All right. 155. 155. You guys can see right here. Previous highs. I don't really like that arms back below it. So, not a fan. It probably can squeeze off that daily 50. If it can squeeze off the daily 50 and get back above 155, then you might be able to see some kind of reclaim action there, right? I would look for ARM to reclaim 155. If that happens, then I'm more interested. Let's go to SMCI. SMCI gave you exactly what you wanted yesterday. SMCI did exactly what you wanted yesterday, guys. You guys want to chase SMCI into the highs? Well, what did we talk about? Pull back to the daily 200. Look at that. So, unfortunately, if you didn't get an entry there, it's not great once again because it's right in the center of this channel, but this is a very interesting pullback long to watch. 200 SMA and 55. Look at that. Did exactly what you wanted yesterday. I would keep an eye on this. That's your spot. 55, 200 SMA. Even lower at 50 would be great. But, man, did SMCI give you that pullback yesterday? And starting to look sort of curly here today. So, watch that 200 SMA, SMCI. Very interesting. The other one that held the 200 SMA is Intel, right? Look at this Intel pullback long. This was another thing we were watching. Intel back at the 200. Look at this. Break, retest, 200 SMA, holding, right? That's another one to watch. Very interesting there as well. Did I miss any semis? TSM, Broadcom, MU, MRVL. I missed Qualcomm, but not really interested in Qualcomm 176. I think that's about it. I think that is about it. All right. Next, let's get into some Mag 7. So, Apple. Apple's been a very nice level. Very nice hold. Very nice consolidation. You guys can see right here. $248. $240. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, so Apple, 248, 248. That's the level I would be watching. That's the level to be cautious of. You guys can see right here, this major rejection. That's where I would be a little bit aware of Apple if you do look to trade this today. Just make sure you're just aware that this was a major rejection spot at 248. Apple's been grinding higher really nicely, but I would be just a little bit cautious as we get into that major rejection point, okay? So, 248, careful of that. I think the longs come in at 240, 250, and I think the longs come in at 240. I would not be longing into 248, okay? Meta. Man, Meta pullback long looks very interesting. Meta pullback long looks very, very interesting. This is definitely something I'll be watching today. This might be one of my top watches. This is not something I want to miss. I would be very much laser focused on what Meta does today. So, 690, right, has been a really big level that we've had on our charts. We got very close to that level, and we're starting to move up a little bit off of it. It's possible that you maybe still needs the 680, but I really do like that 690 spot. I really like that daily 20 SMA. If we go to the daily chart, I would like to see a daily chart sort of wick off this daily 20 today. Right, you can see yesterday, not the sexiest looking daily candle there, but if we can get a nice wick candle off that daily 20 today, that would be really nice. And really what I need to see to be aggressively long is a break and hold above yesterday's highs, which was also, look at how beautiful this 706.50 level has been, right? See this? That's Tuesday's lows. That's Wednesday's rejections intraday. And look at that Thursday high. I mean, that's just beautiful. So what I would look for here is a break and retest long over 706.50. If that happens, could be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful on Meta. That's definitely a watch. Amazon Continues to be a really weak stock. I don't really understand why. I think maybe it's just a sort of cool-off move here for Amazon. I mean, it's still a very strong, trending upside move, no doubt, and still a fantastic company. But in the short term, a very sort of under pressure type move, right? Probably one of the most structured bearish moves on a tech stock that I've seen. Look at this. Just really clean structuring downside. I think this will change, and when it does, there's going to be a short squeeze. And so I would probably be watching this. If you get over 224, you probably see a little bit of squeezy action back towards 228. If you get over 228, you're probably going to see very squeezy action towards 231. So I would be paying attention to this. I'd be careful how much more you look to short this name with the markets going strong. You are starting to come down into some major demands down here, right? You're starting to get very close to 220. You're getting you're getting towards that 217. There's definitely going to be some buyers that step up down at this major low down here. So I'd say careful on looking much more short on this thing. I think the sort of squeeze back up is probably going to be the better trade to look for, if I was to be honest. I think it will happen, just a matter of time and timing and making sure you're on the right side of it when it does. So I would look for it for sure. Over 224, that's definitely a watch on Amazon. Google still holding, man. The saga of Google 184 continues. The saga of 184 continues. And boy, oh boy, could this be a beautiful consolidation and accumulation for another move higher, right? This is definitely something to keep eyes on. I know it hasn't happened yet, guys, but this is not something you should lose faith on quite yet. Look at these holds on the daily chart. Look at that 100 SMA catching up to price action. This could really be a beautiful sort of mid-year trade. I would absolutely be paying attention to what Google does. I'm watching it every day. I'm just simply waiting for this to hit, and I'm just waiting for it to set up. ES is squeezing. A little bit margin. Yeah, Nasdaq's definitely stronger than the ES here, no doubt. Yeah, Nasdaq's way stronger. Nasdaq's up 0.4, ES flat. So it's because of the Dow. All right, the ES is just getting dragged by the Dow. So it looks like a little bit of a tech morning. All right, a little bit of a tech morning there, margin. All right, let's go to Netflix. Netflix, interesting. Netflix is very interesting here. You're starting getting like this structured downside move, which is very good, right? You're getting a nice structured downside move. I would be watching where it catches up to that daily 20, right? It's probably going to catch up to it right around this 1,005 spot, which has been a very important spot, right? I would be watching this, right? Right here you can see 1,005, that 20 SMA, Netflix. If Netflix can reclaim back over this 1025 spot, which it looks like it is doing right now, and hold above these lows from Tuesday and Wednesday and hold here, this could sort of push right back into 1045 and maybe even more. So watch this. Maybe it still needs a little bit more downside to that daily 20, right? Maybe it still needs right here around 1005, but definitely something to watch. You know what else is pulling back to its daily 20? 5 big booms right here, man. 5 big booms. Costco. This is very interesting. So Costco sort of holding this 1035 low. 20 SMA starting to catch back up for us. Look at this. 20 SMA starting to catch back up. If we can get this thing to line up with the 20 and line up with a key demand level, man, would this be a sexy watch. I would really like it back to this 1010, 1000 spot. That's really where I'd like it, back at these previous highs. But I would be willing to think, a little bit extended by this daily 20. I would be okay with that. I'd prefer it back to the 20, and I'd prefer it back to this demand, right, for a nice retest long. But the daily 20 is definitely creeping, right? And guys, once again, this will be another example of why you let a trade come to you. Costco, if you just chase the shit out of it, because I can't believe Costco, it's never going to come back. I have to get in now. It'll never find new entry. I can't believe it, right? I need to enter at the highs. Pullbacks are not going to happen. It's just going to go straight up. Well, here you go again, man. Just another example of why people lose money trading, because they're not waiting for real entries. They're not waiting for pullbacks. They're not waiting for a real formation, real setup to trade. This will set up, right? Either a pullback to this 1010 or 1000 level, or something will form right above that daily 20, and there will be another entry. But just stay patient, right? Just wait for it. It's, Costco hasn't gone any higher. It's giving you a better entry. Every day you wait here looks like a better opportunity to go long. Let's see what happens today at 1035. I would probably not long this until it taps the daily 20, personally. To me personally, right? I would wait for it to at least tap that daily 20. It has done that every time in the past. I would probably wait for it again. Yeah, we can take a quick peek at Walmart. That's along the lines of Costco. You can see right here, 96. That's a nice watch there. 96. I would watch that. Let's go to HIMS for Richard. Yeah, HIMS, nice recovery. Very nice recovery. 60, what a hold. 60 and 56 are your spots that need to hold there on HIMS. What else did we miss? We can go over Palantir. What a short yesterday on Palantir under our 104, 105. That was a beautiful rejection play right there. Beautiful fade. Right back almost into the gap fill, right? It almost went to the gap fill, guys. But those buyers defended the hell out of it. Right at that gap fill low, right? Right where that gap was about to start, man, did those buyers step up. Very nice for Palantir there. I think Palantir could sort of brush off this panic. I really do. I would be watching these levels today. If Palantir can hold above this low right here, this is very, very bullish in my opinion. If you can hold above this 104, 105, that's key, right? You stay above that, you probably creep higher. If you break back under 104, 105, then it's gonna revisit some lows. I think that's a must hold. That's right here. You got to hold above these previous highs. These previous highs, if you hold above those, I'd say you continue higher, right? Over 108.50 today, you probably see 111. Over right here, 108.50, you probably see 111. Over 111, you get even more. So over 111, I'd say you see 114. Watch 105 and watch 108.50. Yeah, Hood gave you a beautiful pullback yesterday, man. Hood gave you the pullback that we've been waiting on, right? Hood even gave you that daily 20 yesterday. Look at that. Hood gave you that 55 daily 20. Really nice pullback from the earnings. I would say if you can get over 58, then you can try to get back involved here. Back over this 58 high right here, you can try to get back involved. Look for a nice hold back above that level. 55, great hold in the daily 20. What else? We can go over Coinbase real quick because Coinbase sort of squeezing because of that SEC news this morning. I would be careful on Coinbase right here, guys. This is the spot. 280. Got to get above 280. Got to get above 280. Right here, right here. 20 and 50 SMA, 280. That's your spot. Be careful chasing coin long because it's going up this morning. It's got to get over a key level. For me, that's 280 all day. If it's not above that, it's not going anywhere. Baba. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pullback long yesterday on Baba. Look at this pullback long, the previous highs right here, previous highs. Bam. Look at that hold. Bam. Break. Retest. What a hold. What a continuation. Today, I'd be looking at two levels, 138, 140. Those look to be the levels that are sort of developing here to me. 138, 140. Both zones, both levels look to be developing for a nice potential long. I would watch 140. I would watch 138 pullbacks. That's sort of what I would be keeping eyes on for. If you break back under 138, then I don't like it, right? I don't like it. I think you got to hold at the minimum 138. Got to. We can go over Celsius. So Celsius, just want to point out some key levels for you guys to know before you just start chasing this thing with your foaming mouth rabies. 36 right here. It's got to break above that. Please be careful at 36. That's a big spot. Previous daily rejection, previous daily rejection, previous daily lows. Major, major, major. 36. If it gets above 36, it's going to 40. Okay? But look at where it rejected this morning. Bam. 36. So I would not long Celsius into 36. I would make sure you're above 36. If you can hold above 36, then you can look for that long to 40. Pullbacks look to be holding around the 32. Look to be holding around the 33. It looks like the 32 to 33 zone is around where you'd want to see Celsius maintain, right, to try to maintain that long between this little zone here and this level here. If Celsius can maintain that 32, 33, maybe you get your 36 push. But please do not long into 36. That's a must break level. APP, really nice short yesterday. Under 485. That was beautiful. That was our level, 485. What a drop. Just a tank. Underneath this 450 level, we got a nice little gap fill. And APP may have filled enough of that gap, guys, to maybe start to reverse here. I would be watching this a little bit. So you can see right here, APP came pretty damn close to this wick high, right around that 417 spot, right? Look at that, look at that sort of pullback right into that wick high right here. So didn't quite get to the daily 20, but it is catching up. That's sort of interesting on that, sort of gap fill. Not really a full gap fill, but pretty damn close. If APP holds back over 450 today, this might try to navigate back towards that 485. I would be sort of watching that as well. AAP, Advanced Auto Parts, the AAP boys. This weekly bear flag is still playing out, by the way. Look at that. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Still playing out. Very interesting. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Nasdaq futures sort of squeezing here. It's mostly tech this morning. Tech is stronger than the ES. The reason that the ES is weak is because of this right here. UNH is getting tanked this morning because of some news with the DOJ investigating the company. So that thing's dying. What a beautiful break and retest rejection. That would have been a really nice setup. Wow. Right? Look at that. Lows, break, retest. Look at that, man. This thing's back down to 450, so this thing's getting tanked. This is is it number one? It's either number one or top 3 largest holdings in the Dow. So that's definitely hurting the Dow. That's sort of, making the ES stagnant here. And then clearly the reins are being taken by the Nasdaq this morning, right? Nasdaq up 0.4%, ES flat, and Dow down 0.57. So Dow's down pretty good. So just know that. That's about it. So hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the all the subscriptions to the chat. I appreciate you guys. I'm probably going to go subscriber only if we keep getting the ridiculous spamming of tickers. Once again, if you guys are watching and you're spamming tickers, that is literally the negative. I will not look at it because of that. So it's not how we do it here. We go through a very set schedule, and if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, I apologize. Press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Peace and love.